So if you just started playing out Silksong, and if you've played a Hollow Knight in the past, you've probably noticed there's a big change in movement and also your combat systems in Silksong, where you are going to have a little bit of an awkward time adjusting, since when you do end up attacking downwards, the pogo attack is going to make you kind of go at a diagonal pace, and your attacks are going to be just a little bit different compared to what you might be used to in Hollow Knight. However, there is going to be a remedy for this. There's actually a crest, which is kind of like this game's version of classes, where you can have different types of classes or crests, which are going to give you different attack moves, going to unlock different abilities, and one of these crests is going to be the Wanderer Crest. Now, the Wanderer Crest is going to be very reminiscent of the Hollow Knight original game's movement sets, where if you do attack downwards, you're going to have very simple attacks that are going to be very similar to the first game. It's a lot better than the other crests, I find, especially when it comes to the platforming side of the game, since when you do have the pogo that attacks straight down, it's just going to make so many things a whole lot easier. So I'd highly recommend using the Wanderer Crest, especially when it comes to those more difficult platforming sections. The other crests can be very awkward when it comes to platforming. Now, this crest also is going to allow you to do very attack fast combinations. Your attacks are going to go lightning fast. I think this is probably the fastest attacking crest in the game, and it's going to make life a lot easier for you, especially if you are used to what you did have in Hollow Knight, the original. This is going to make things a whole lot easier. So let's talk about how you can unlock the Wanderer's Crest. Now, the Wanderer Crest is pretty easy to unlock. All you got to do is go make your way to Bone Bottom. You are going to need a bit of rosaries, because you are going to need to buy a key from the shopkeeper at Bone Bottom. Bone Bottom you pretty much are going to find probably within the first half an hour that you play the game. It's going to be like a little settlement here. Talk to the shopkeeper and buy the simple key from the shopkeeper. Now, once you have the simple key, what you're going to end up doing is you're going to make your way a little bit left, where you do find this kind of like cage platform, where you can use this key to unlock this cage, which is going to take you all the way to the top of the section of the map. And from there, you're going to need to be able to jump across, and you're going to end up jumping across these cages, and you're going to make your way into a section of the map which is going to be called the Wormways. Now, the Wormways is going to be a little bit of a scary part of the map. There's going to be a lot of like these indestructible worms that are going to be coming out of the walls. Just make sure you do end up timing your jumps or your dashes accordingly. Dodge them. To make your way out of these tunnels, you want to make your way very much to the left as you come in. You're going to go ahead and cross a couple of chasms, and then you're going to end up finding a path that's going to drop down. You're going to go drop down a couple of times here, and then you're going to go make your way out the bottom on the left bottom side, and then you're going to make your way back into the Bone Grave section of the map, which is kind of connected to Bone Bottom but on the far left hand side of Bone Bottom. Then once you are in Bone Grave, you're going to want to head down to the furthest bottom left hand point of the map, and you're going to see like a little hut you can go into here. Now, keep in mind, once you do end up going to this hut, and when you do end up getting the crest, you will be unable to return, so make sure that you do end up getting everything you want from inside this hut. Go inside the hut, you will see like a kind of like mausoleum, or it looks like kind of like an altar. You're going to be able to interact with this, and you're going to be able to pick up the Wanderer Crest. Now, the Wanderer Crest is going to be, like I said, very easily obtainable very early on in the game, and you're going to want to make sure you get this as early as possible. See, a lot of people struggling with the platforming of this game. A lot of people complain that it's quite different than the original Hollow Knight, and it's very awkward to be able to make your way through the various platforming stages. However, this is going to make your life a lot easier, so make sure you do end up picking this one up as early as possible. Anyway, I hope the video did help you. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section below. What other useful items have you found in Silksong that has helped you in your journey? I'd love to find out. I'll see you guys again next time. Take care, everyone, and bye-bye.